When Soviet soldiers first saw it on the battlefield, they didn't immediately understand what it was. Too large, too slow, too sure of itself. The Germans called it the Tiger. For the Allies, it became a symbol of fear. For historians, a symbol of paradox, the most famous tank of the Second World War, of which there were almost never enough, which broke down too often and ultimately lost. This is the story of how legends are born and how they die. In 1941, German tank crews came face to face with an uncomfortable reality. The Soviet T-34 and the heavy KV-1 proved to be a much tougher nut to crack than expected. Shells from German tank guns were bouncing off their armor. The German High Command needed an answer. They needed a machine that could destroy any enemy tank at a safe distance and still withstand return fire. Hitler personally demanded maximum armor and maximum firepower, regardless of weight or cost. Two competing designs from Henschel and Porsche went head-to-head in a contest. In April 1942, Henschel won, and so the Tiger I was born. The numbers speak for themselves. The Tiger's frontal armor, 100 millimeters thick, more than any mass-produced enemy tank at the time of its introduction. The main armament, an 88 millimeter gun, the very same one originally designed as an anti-aircraft weapon. It could penetrate the armor of any Allied tank at a distance of 1 kilometer or more. Against the T-34, it punched clean through at 2 kilometers. A crew of 5. A spacious turret. Excellent Zeiss optics. Radio equipment on every vehicle, a rarity for the time. On paper, the perfect tank. But paper and the battlefield are very different things. The Tiger's combat debut was a disaster. September 1942. The Leningrad front. 4 brand new Tigers were thrown into battle straight off the transport train. No reconnaissance, no preparation, on direct orders from Hitler, who wanted to make an impression. The terrain proved impassable, swamps, narrow forest tracks. The tanks got stuck. One was knocked out, the rest had to be abandoned. The top secret machines came dangerously close to falling into the hands of Soviet intelligence. The unit commander was furious. This was not the failure of a tank. It was the failure of a command that had rushed brand new equipment into battle with no preparation whatsoever. But when the Tiger was used correctly, it was fearsome. Its doctrine was standoff combat. Stop. Aim. Fire first, from a distance at which the enemy cannot yet respond effectively. German tank crews called it sniper's work. The Kursk salient, July 1943. During the largest tank battle in history, the Tigers proved their effectiveness in defense. Some crews tallied dozens of enemy vehicles destroyed in a single day. Otto Carius, Michael Wittmann, Kurt Knispel. The names of German tank aces who fought in Tigers became legend within the Wehrmacht. June 13th, 1944, Normandy. The village of Villers-Bocage. SS Obersturmbannführer Michael Wittmann, alone in his Tiger, attacked a British armoured column. Within minutes, dozens of vehicles were destroyed: tanks, armoured personnel carriers, trucks. The column was paralysed. This engagement became the most celebrated episode in the history of the Tiger. Wittmann was proclaimed a hero, his face appearing on the covers of newspapers. But 2 months later, he was dead, his Tiger knocked out and burned. The legend turned out to be mortal. This was the central paradox of the Tiger. Over the entire course of the war, Germany produced just over 1,300 vehicles. The Soviet Union, in the same period, nearly 57,000 T-34s. A single Tiger cost the same time and resources to manufacture as 4 or 5 medium tanks. But that was not all. The Tiger was notoriously difficult to maintain. Its running gear, with a complex interleaved road wheel arrangement, was effective, but nightmarishly labor-intensive to service. A single jammed stone could immobilize the vehicle for hours. Statistically, the majority of Tigers were not lost to enemy fire, but abandoned or blown up by their own crews due to mechanical failure and fuel shortages. A brilliant machine, but industrial war is not about brilliance. It is about numbers. The Allies found their answer quickly, not one, but several. The first was tactical. Don't shoot head-on. Attack from the flanks and rear, where the Tiger's armor was significantly thinner. Soviet tank crews drilled this technique specifically and repeatedly. The second was technical. By 1944, machines had appeared that could meet the Tiger on equal terms, the Soviet IS-2 with its 122mm gun, the British Sherman Firefly with its 17-pounder, the American Pershing. The third was the simplest of all, air power. From above, the Tiger was vulnerable. Soviet IL-2 ground attack aircraft, armed with anti-tank bombs and cannons, inflicted devastating losses on armored columns. The legend turned out to be mortal from every direction. Today the Tiger stands in a museum. Tourists walk around it, children photograph it, military historians write dissertations about it. It earned its place in history. Technically, it was a remarkable machine for its time. Its crews were often brilliant professionals. But war is not a tournament of aces. It is industry. It is logistics. It is thousands of ordinary machines against 100 perfect ones. The Tiger did not lose because it was inferior. It lost because one Tiger is not an army. And there were 57,000 T-30 forces,